you know the course, all of the chapters, if you don't continue, for example, you are coming from middle of the chapter, you couldn't understand anything. So that's why, if you couldn't come to class, you should watch the videos. After that, if you come to class, you can understand.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you don't understand what I am talking about. So, if you remember, we reached to two value of value and the Q value. What was the value? Imagine we are in a state. So what are talking the value of policy and state? It say if we are in state S, for example, we are here in the room, and we follow the policy. After that, what is the total of the reward we expect to achieve? That's the return of the function of the value. So, if we want to remember what is the policy, for example, here, this is the random policy. It means we are here, we are going to these 2 points with a star. So, in the random policy, going inside has the same probability, but in the optimal policy, if we are here, to go the destination, the best place to go in this place, means going up. So this is the best policy, optimal policy. That's our policy. So what's the value function? Value function say, for example, we are in here, in this state, and we follow this policy. So what is the expected total reward we may achieve? Return us the total of rewards. That's the value function. And what is the Q value function? Q value function say, if we are in this loop, this state, and the first action we know, for example, first action is to go left. So, Q function return us if we are in the state S and the first action is action A. In that case, the total reward we expect to achieve. So, if we want to have a relation between Q and a V, Q value and just V value function, we say, for example, we are in state S, so, and our first action is A. This is the QSA. That's the total reward may be achieved starting from S and first action going left, A. So, now we want to write this with the V function. We say, when we are in state S and go left, that has a reward plus. Then we are in state S prime, that we reached going from S with the action A, left, for example. Now, VA S prime means starting from S prime. What is the total rewards we expect? So the relation between Q and V is that. When I say it or not? It's difficult to say.
No,
If you can, come and say in Arabic.
bilmem diyorum.
Huh?
Bilmem.
Bilmem. So, we continue. Or in English, even in English you may say, if you have any question, you say, we go on. If you have problem, you don't ask. So we finish the chapter. So if you have any question, you may ask. If you don't have any question, question means you understood. So come here and repeat.
يقول مو تفهموا معكم سؤال توصلون نهاية السنة
we
ومعكم
go.
أي سؤال. فاسألوا اللي عندكم هنا حتى تحضرون الامتحان وبعدين.
We go.
زين بالامتحان شنو شلون تصير النتيجة؟
بعد ما دخل المادة أصلا.
هو هاي يسموها انت يقصد انه اكو ازاحه واكو رمز مجموعه؟
لا يقصد الفكشن.
لا دوام.
يقصد الفكشن. هذا عندنا معادلة المعادلة
اي
المختصرة.
بس كمان
إيه هاي سميشن عن مجموعة.
زين بين المعادلات بيها تطبيق رياضي ولا فقط معادلات؟ لا اكو حر شنو قصدك اكزامبل؟ اخو اكيد.
So now we are talking about training courses. So this is the QSA, means the total reward that we can achieve starting from state S, and the first action is A and the policy is P. So that will be total reward. Then we have a equation, the name is Bellman equation. What it say? It say the QSA is equal with the first reward we achieve plus, don't consider gamma, we will talk, the reward we achieve after that. So we are in state S, we want to find QSA. What is the QSA? Starting from S, and we know that first action is going left, action A. In that case, what is the total reward we expect to achieve? So we say that's equal with when we go the left with the first action, what is our reward for the first action? Plus, then starting from S3 and try all actions. For example, in the game I showed you in the previous slide, action is going up, down, left, right, 4 actions. So starting from a screen and try 4 action and find the best action for the first one after the screen. What is our total reward? So it's the same. So means, I repeat here, starting from this and first action is A, what's the total reward we expect? Is equal with first reward plus the total reward we can achieve starting from S3, the next state, and try all action for the first action starting from S3 and find the maximum reward. Which of them is the best? Choose that and say after S period, starting with the first action of A period, that's the best of the 4 actions. What is the total reward we will achieve after S period? So these are the call. That's very logical.
Okay.
So we have a table. In the table, we have the QSA values. At the first, we randomly initialize. So at the first, this equation will not be true. Then we try to make it true. How? We make the difference between them less and less. So that's when we reach to a state that the table is the correct, means this equation is okay in the table. That's the training process. We will see. So we say Q S A minus reward plus gamma. We will talk about gamma. Max A prime S prime I prime. Then we can write this S, write this S next. Next is.
Okay.
So when the table is trained, this will be equal. So now how we train the table, we say what is the difference of this? We add this difference to Q S. Of course, this no difference, but usually they do this. But no difference, this difference.
Okay.
One of them positive, one of them negative, is the difference between them. So then we add this to this one. We say as much as we have difference, if we add that difference to this one, after that it will go on to reach a point that this equation be true. But in the training, we have a training learning value or step size. Means to go, we go slow by slow. In each step, a little bit we improve it. So, we call it alpha. Here it is. So, we say the new value of QSA will be this. So, we will solve an example for this. Imagine the alpha is 0.5. And what is the gamma? Of course, we told earlier in the first sessions, but I repeat. At first, imagine the gamma is 0.5. So, we say the first reward in first action plus we multiply gamma on the second reward plus we multiply gamma power 2 on the next reward. We multiply gamma power 3 on the next reward and so on. So at first we have total of reward 1 for the first action. For the next action, we make it half and then communicate. It means add 2 rewards, total reward. The next, we will have the quarter of the reward 3, not all of it. Then we make this one, it will be like this. So, as we go on, this value became less and less. So that means for the total reward, the first reward has more effect on the total reward. We are going to select a way in a game. We say, make the far choices is very far, so we don't have any good information for them. So for the first choices, we are more comfortable, more accurate decision. So we give to reward of first actions more weights. So that's the goal. Now we solve an example for this, and we imagine the gamma is 0.1. Imagine we have such a table, and we are starting from a point and we reach to a destination. Imagine the destination is this point. And when we go in any room, we get the reward minus 1. Means any movement have the reward minus 1. Why we use it? Because if we are going to this point, we circle here 100 times, then we go here, it will take more time, so that is not good. To force the algorithm to reach in the fast time as quick as possible, we give reward minus 1 for any movement. And when we reach to destination, we give reward 10. Means if the agent reached the destination, got the total reward is 10. So when reach the destination, get reward 10. So we do like this. For example, in this room, it means when we put a value here, it means we are in this room and we are going right. Our action is going to right. We have four choices here because we have 4 actions. Going right in any room. Going right, left, up, and down. So, at first we put 0 for all of them. We imagine QSA is 0. So all of them became 0. Then we start in the training with this. Imagine we start from this room, and imagine that first we go right. That means we are finally into this room. So we write QSA is previous QSA plus 0.5. 0.5.
Okay.
Then R. What is the reward to going right? Minus 1.
Minus.
Because any movement is minus 1.
Minus.
For all rooms except for this one, that's 10.
Okay.
So plus gamma 1 max is next A prime.
Next, yes.
Next is this room, and all of those 4 actions, the Q is 0. So that's why it is
0.
now.
Okay.
minus the previous value of this room. That's 0. So also this one is 0. The previous value of this. So it's became minus 0.4. So that means the new value for this room became minus 0.4.
minus 5.
Yes.
Okay.
This one.
ليش صارت
Everything again.
Huh?
ده thing. Give the example.
for minus
For the next one,
Okay.
it's the same. So we will write that. The next, now we are in this room.
Okay.
Okay.
So we will write the same equation. So we will see. That's the repetition of the same one.
Every box is
Huh?
box.
Yes. Now training is going in
Okay.
a path to its destination.
That that's just example.
اوكي
So, يعني حد ما وصل للهدف
هاي اللي بين قوسين ليش هسه نجسمه ليش طلع 0.5
لا انا عرفت
هم هذا هو كل اللي بين قوسين وناتج الصفر
أي صفر.
اي قيمه تضرب في صفر هي صفر فما بقى من الجانب اللي مقابل غير 0.5 ناتج 0.5
minus 1 for
All movement,
for box
all movement, any movement has reward minus 1. Punishment.
movement in there okay minus 1 and there minus 1 and there minus 1 and there minus
10. 10. If we go here, it's 10.
yes
Reward 10.
yes
هسه بدأ من minus
So-
واحد.
so-
Let us go there, we will see that.
اقعد.
Let's
So-
us go there.
اقعد يقول راح اسوي.
So, now we are in this room.
هسه يوضع مثال.
Again, we find,
Yes, again.
imagine,
No.
we may put the name for this one. No, we don't know.
Okay.
QSA. So we want to find, we select one of the actions. No different, randomly we select at first.
افهم عشوائي.
For the training, we go past
Okay.
to finish the game. We run a game.
Yes. I understand.
With the game, we train the table. Then we start again, we finish,
Yes.
we train the table. At last, the table will be trained. So, we are here, imagine we are going right. So, if we are going right, that means we are finding this room.
Okay.
So, the previous value is 0.
Okay.
The 0.5 of the training rate, then the reward is minus 1. Plus. The next room will be this. The maximum of QSA for all 4 is the 0. So that's will be multiplied on 0 minus the previous value of this room is the 0. So that's why the same minus what?
المفروض.
المفروض
بس هو يمكن فلش من جوا.
هاي ارقام ثابته اللي عنده
لا هو هسه هاي معطيات هاي
المعطى بالناقص 5 ينطي بالسؤال.
خلاص صار
0.5 بين قوسين
ليش
أدى كل هاي 0.5
نضرب
هي تنضرب قيمة بين قوسين وقيمة بين قوسين صارت 0 من أضربها المفروض مو أضربها بيها وهاي بين قوسين مو أضربها بيها ليش
We
ما
haven't
خرجت
any
الصفر؟
relation between this equation and this.
يعني لازم ما تطلع ماينس
روح.
Why this minus?
قيمة زيرو. قيمة زيرو.
هذه الترجمة بالتركي.
يقولون كابزر يقصد يقولون قيمة ولا صفر ولا
قيمة
No zero.
زيرو.
No zero. This is minus 5.
ماينس لا.
This is 0, this is 0. Became minus 1.
ضرب بينهم.
ضرب.
صفر بوينت 9 هاي صارت حتطلع في صفر.
لا زائد ضرب يقول زائد ضرب.
You say, sit down.
استريح.
See? Here. We have x plus 1 multiplied 0. That's x. When we write x plus y multiply 0, in that case it's 0. So this is x plus y multiply 0. We have x. Here we have minus 1, 0.9 multiply 0, became minus 1.
زين هذا الستارت ثابت هذا الموضوع هذا الرسمه؟
هو اللي يقول
هاي ايش هي هاي الار مثل قصدك
لا مو الآن
So now we are in this room. Imagine we go down. Like this, down. So Q is A became for this room. Its previous one is 0.5. The same. I don't write the same. It's exactly the same.
photo. I'm writing.
شنو لا يقول كلنا
تمام.
I mean, for this room, exactly it will be the same.
Okay. I know.
The previous one is the 0, the 0.5, the reward is minus 1, the 0.9, the base of these Q's is 0, all 4 is 0, so the base one is also 0. So the result is minus 1. So here means we will have 0. Now after that we are here. Also here we select one of the actions. Imagine we select the done. No difference. So we go down. Here we are going down. In that case it will be different.
يقول هاي الخطوة النيكست ما بي different ما بي اختلاف بس الخطوة اللي
Now we are finding is the previous value is 0.
0.
The point the reward, when we are going down, we are reaching the destination and the reward is the 10. Because the game finished successfully. So the 10 plus 0.1 multiply. So when we are going, when we are with the destination, we don't have the next. So we don't rewrite the gamma and the max of the base of the next. That's the final of the game. So then we have minus previous value of the this root is 0. That's 5. Now here's
اوكي
so one game is finished. Then we start next game to make a table more accurate.
شنو صار؟ قانون
فوق النهاية بس بس للايه؟
يعني أي
صفر.
وين؟
هو المكان ده بصفر بالدرجة.
اي بدا يخلي قيمة الاس
So,
اي ماكس زيرو.
Let me clear this book
Okay.
to write the next game.
Yes.
So imagine also we start from this point, also for this game. For the next game, also we start from this point. Q is A. Because taking the different name for the A's, like A's, S clean, or S next, and so on, is difficult. I write for all of them Q is A, but though they are not the same, here if it is Q is A, for example, here is S clean. We take Q is clean. But we want to just find the numbers to put here. So I'm writing Q is S to make it more simplified for writing. So here, and imagine we are going the same path in the next game. So we are going this way. The previous value is the previous plus the training rate is then reward is -1 because we don't use the distribution plus gamma. The base of the next room. The base of next room is 0. The -1 is less than 0. So the base is max is 0. So no difference with the previous one. Minus the previous value is Is it okay? So we will see what is the result. Here became 0. Here became positive. With this one became negative 0.5. So with this one became negative 2.5. And with this one became negative 7.
زين ليش ماينس 0.5؟
Means the result is minus.
Okay.
So after that, we change the value of this to
Doctor,
let to 40.
she's take about why 0.5 is a minus.
This one,
Yeah.
it's a minus previous value. Previous value was minus 0.5
But say what's after that is positive.
because minus minus became positive.
Okay. It's okay.
هذا القبل هي كانت
هي تقول مضربنا السالب السالب موجب صار. It's okay. Thank you. You can continue.
بس نكتب هنا عطوة.
Don't be in a hurry.
No, no relax.
Yeah, good.
لأن هنا ليش كرر 5 مرتين أو 0.5 كرر؟
So now we are in this room. Also, we are going the right, and the equation will be the same, and the value also will be the same. But here in this room, the previous value is minus 0.5 plus 20. Inside, reward is -1. The base of the next room is 0. Minus previous value is minus.
ماكس 0.5 جاما. هاي الار الاولى والثانيه جاما. 0.5 الاولى الار والثانيه جاما.
بس الأرسال واحد يعني
ليش المفروض يبقى 0.5؟ دكتور 0.5 minus R.
Come here.
تعالي هنا.
R مو R.
This is previous value. For any room, we are finding it's not R. It's previous value of this room. We are updating this. We say what is in this room. This one.
equal S.
We are updating this.
إذا ما
we say
فهمتها
what
قول.
is-
فهمتها
No.
العملية؟ لا ليش كررها مرتين؟
No, that's the training.
0.5 ايش مرتين سوا؟
يقول احنا تحركنا هاي الخطوات.
المثال قبل ما كان يكتبها مرتين.
مو ده هذا. مو هذا اللي خلاص هاي صار 10 راح نطلع من المربع.
This is for the training.
لا 10.
Random
مربعات.
إيه.
لعبة.
تدريب عشوائي.
اوكي. وين؟
Are you great person?
So now we are in this room
Okay.
and we are going in the dark. It's the same because we are finding this value. The previous value of this room is -5, and this is training rate. Then reward is -1 plus the gamma value multiply the max of the next room and minus previous value of this room. Became minus 0.75. So here, imagine instead of going down, we are going left. So we are finding this. So it's became Q S A. The previous value is 0 plus training rate is 0.5. The reward is -1 plus the gamma is 0.1. The max of this room is 0 minus the previous value is 0. So became minus 0.5. So here became minus 0.5. Now we are in this room.
Okay, continue.
Then here imagine we are going down. So we are finding this room. It will be exactly the same.
Okay.
So this will be minus
0.5. من أسرائيل كان صار رجعي صار
So now we are here. Imagine we are going right.
كل يطلع لده. اوكي
So we are going right. If we are going right, we write here the equation. So the previous value is 0. Plus
والله ما كملش.
the training rate is 0.5. The reward is 10. The gamma value is 0.9.
Okay.
The previous value is, sorry, the max of next,
Okay.
we don't need to write. Because when we reach the final, we don't have the next, so we don't have this. So minus the previous value is 0. So became, so this became
قوم اشرح لنا ثلاثتهم. اشرح لنا. ها تقدر بالعربي؟
So
ما تقدر؟
if you see from,
شلون؟
if you see in this point, we have the optimal value for these two rooms. It say us if we are in this room, the base way to go down, because this is the maximum from this 4. Also, if we are here, the base way to go right, because this one is the maximum from the 4. After we continue these games, we will see all the rooms will have the optimal value. That means from 4 values, we find the best one to go. The maximum is the best way to go to reach the destination in the past or in the least time.
كم حلو الصورة.
أسرع طريقة للخروج من المربع.
تقدر تشرحها أنت ولا ما تقدر؟
أقدر أشرح.
مضابطها؟
لا الفهم أنا شيء ولا أقدر أوضح شيء.
إي وضح، وين المشكلة؟ خذ لها الصورة، قوم خذ لها الصورة بموبايلك. كان توكت فوتو؟ أوكي، قوم وقف عليه، خذ واحدة صحيح.
ما يكون الوضع.
تمام. واحدة أهم شيء واضحة بين الكتابات. طفي لك داتا شو؟ تمام.
زين
No difference. Any place you want, you start.
Random.
At the last, you will find value for all rooms and the optimal policy. Means in any room from 4 action, one of them is maximum that continue in that way. You reach in the least time to destination.
She asked you, she told you and me, get me example, this example, okay, like this, for example. Because we don't time and you. This example like this.
من البرمجة بحري من الشيء
ولا تجيب دهني
ما دافع معي ما تريد تجيب دهني
قلت له ترى اسمع
لقينا شيء ده طيب مو مثال لا صدق قول شيء امتحان ده
Olsun imtihan.
Güler güzel.
Ya, olsun.
قيل الله كريم عم يدلل
لا بس انا ما بدي
لا ما بدي لا ما بدي ما بدي
انا مو قلت لك تعمل شو
May I
انا
tell you?
Yes, okay.
شو ما يدري انه شوي شلون
Now we say, let's describe this. So we say difference of this, and this one should be less. So that's our error. What is this two? The YR means the reward plus the total expected reward for the next state should be equal with the QSAs we described earlier. So if they are not the same, as much as they have difference, that much we have error. So the loss or error is difference of these two. This one and this one. And if you remember in the example, we add that error to the previous value because we want to improve it. Imagine our scores are different. We want to make it equal. So we say I take 10, you take 15. We say the difference is the 5. We say the difference is 5. I update my value, make it 10 plus, not 5, 2 and 5. Little by little, I want to improve to reach that.
Evet.
That's the last order. So
Bakalım.
here is an example for playing card games.
Playing.
If you remember many years.
Yes, I remember that.
There was a card game.
Yeah.
So here we have, he described what is the state, action, and reward. State. For the state, when we have the rooms like the example we solved, the state is being in one room. But in the other game, state is in which image we are. That's our state. So the state is image of the game in that time. That's the state. It means we are in this position, we are going, we are reached this point. So the whole image is our state in this time. Then if we are in this situation, whole image is our state. Next state and so on. So the raw pixels inputs of the game is our state. What's the action? What can we do with the control? Imagine it's very simple. Going up, left and right
Yeah.
and up. Maybe also we have action of shutting the Quran and so on. But here take it simple, 4 actions. And reward. So reward, there is a point here, right? Our reward is till this point. So how we implement that?
Network. Memory.
The upper game is like a video. In second, we have a slice of the video. So it takes 4 previous trains and take it. Of course, do some pre-processing, converting RGB to grayscale, and also downsample means it's 1000 to 1000. 1000 row, 1000 row. So it's so much for to be stable. We make it half. 1 row we take, 1 row we don't take. 1 row we take. It became half. It became 500 on 500. That's called downsampling. And also we cross means there is a other games. For example, the airplane is going. Airplane and neighborhood of airplane is important. So we cut just the area that airplane and the other points that's important is in cropping. The other area, for example, is jungle, there is a tree and so on. It's not important for the game, just they are for the to make it the view better and look like better. So we don't need those areas. Then we use neural networks, CNN, for feature extraction. We will talk about this in the previous chapters. For example, here, if you don't see these videos and don't sit in the room and in the class, after class you didn't watch the videos,
Yes.
you don't know these things. So it will seem like strange matters for you. But if you be in class and watch the video after class, you are familiar with the CNN. What is the CNN? So after that, we have a fully connected neural network for classification, means usual neural network. So we have 4 outputs. Q, one of them like this, we have 4 outputs. One of them is for Q is A1. One of them Q is A2. One of them Q is A3. one of them Q is A4. For example, this is for going right, this is for the going left, this is for going up. So, and what is the state? The 4 frames of the other game view that we are in that point. That's the state. So we find 4 values, and each of them is maximum. That means if we are in this situation, for example, the right is maximum. It's say if we are in this situation, going right, we get the maximum reward. That's better to override after training. So what we are talking here? If you remember, we have an example. We are filling a table, doing games and so on. That was an example you understand better. But in reality, we have a neural network, not a table. In neural network, we train the neural network based on our examples that we are going from starting till end of the game. We give it to neural network. Neural network is trained. After training, if we are in any point, it gives us 4 numbers. Which of them is the maximum? That's the better action to do. You see, when the other is continuing with Arabic, 2 person is saying that will be better for you to understand. I think the Omar will come next week.
عمر هذا
شلون؟
هذا اسمه عمر كان يقوم يترجم
عمر اي عمر قل له البرمجيات ما يجوا هالاسبوع سوفت وير بس مو برمج قاعده
After 2 weeks I will come.
عمر
1 week is passed.
عز الدين
لا عمر عز الدين and حسين.
Okay. The next subject is the experience reply. I will talk about what is that. Imagine we start the game. I will talk to the table. So imagine we are doing a game from starting to finish to train the table. So if we are going the right, so our experience will be biased. Imagine we are training a dog in a home, in the room. In the home, there is some rooms. So based on the starting the game, if you are going the right of the home, all our experience will be in the right of the home. So, because of that, when we start the game, we put our experience in a table. The name is experience. Experience the name. Then we start other game and finish it. We put it there. Then for the training the model, we take some parts of experience. Maybe it is 1 part from the right, 1 part from the left. So in that case, the training will not be biased. That is the experience delay. Experience required. There is a memory. We put all the games from starting till end in the experience reply memory. Then every time we want to train the model, we take some the samples from that table and train the model. So the training will be, in its time, will be from left, right, all parts, not one parts of the game. So it will not be biased. It says like this. Learn from the path of consecutive. Consecutive means starting to end, we take those for training. Samples is problematic. Why? Because samples are correlated, means current Q value parameters determine next training samples. Means if we are going with the right, so the next samples will be in from the right. So now we are going to pseudocode of algorithm. Here is the pseudocode of algorithm. At first, we say we make a reply memory, the memory we was talking about. The name D with the capacity A, the memory that we would experience under that memory. Then we initialize Q with the random values, like we initialize that tables with the zero, all zero. Then we do opposites. So, what is the opposite? Opposite, as we talked earlier, every opposite means training, hold the table, hold the models. Now, when it is M means M times we train. So, at first we initialize the state, means if we are in the table, we start from one point, from starting point or the second point, we start. If you are in Atari game, the first position, first video we see, that's our first state. So then we find processed from this process. How we find the process? As we earlier told in the example, we do pre-process. For example, we do convert RGB to grayscale, we downsample, we cut the image, just those parts that is important, that all parts. After we take the parts that is important for us, we put it with this name. That's the first state, our first state. Then we start from first of the game till end of the game. So at the first of the game, for first action, we do two jobs. We have two choices. Or randomly we select one action. Either we select randomly one action, or we select the best action. Why we do that? At first, the table is all zero. If you imagine, I write an example, at first I put all zero. If I want to select the best one, all of them zero, without them the best. So at first we randomly go on. That means we have two choices with a probability. We select randomly first action, or we select the best action. What is the best action? From those actions, which of them is the maximum, we go that side. So, now we find the action, we do action in the game, and we will see what is the reward and what is the next state. Next state, for example, we go right, we go other side of the video. So that other side is our next state. So now we have next state, and we process next state to find the phi t plus 1, means we count and so on. Then we have a transition. What is the transition? Starting from state T with the action T, we got reward T, and the next state is fit T plus 1. So we put this in memory. We don't use it for the training. Then, when we put memory, we have the transition in the memory. Every time for training, we take from the memory samples, means several movements. Then we train. How we train? As we do in the samples, the same. We find these values minus this one. So, this is the value reward for this action plus the Q for next state. So, reward plus if the next state is the destination, so that's enough. If it is not, next station is not the destination, reward plus the maximum or best action that we choose, we may choose in the next state, we select it and we will have Q with that value. So now we subtract this with the Q, S, and A. Exactly the same we wrote in the example. That's our our loss. Based on that loss, that error, we update the values. That's our.
Bitti.
شلون؟
Bitti.
باللغة الأقل.
لا جرب هذا.
So, here is again, we want to write the codes in the contours for this game. Here, from Python, at first we use the gymnasium. To use gymnasium, we should install it with the Python. If it is not installed, we do write this. To install the gymnasium, what is the gymnasium? Gymnasium is a simulator for the games.
Yeah.
So, we import after that gymnasium as G, means every time we write G means gymnasium. So we say gym point make, we write the name of the game. Here, for example, the name of that game is Cart Pull. Every game we want, we write the name, it will be like a simulator of that game. It make like this. So based on the simulator, we train and it will show as a visualized form for us. So the next we continue tomorrow.
The next tomorrow, okay.
مكتب السلام